The third step in building an expanzPLATFORM application, after creating model objects and adding fields, is to assign activities. Activities are subsets of model objects used by client user interfaces. From the Process Map tab on the left side of the screen, right-click Activities and select Add Activity from the menu. A Create New Activity window appears. Every activity has a base model object. For this activity, specify the sales order model object as the base model and title the activity Sales Orders. The title simply makes the activity easier to see and identify in expanzSTUDIO. The ID associated with the activity is created based on the title and can also be changed. Click OK to accept the defaults. The new Sales Orders activity appears under Activities in the left pane. Two subcategories called Styles and Queries are automatically created, as are two styles called None and Browse. None is a set operation or single row. Browse is a list result of a collection of all records. Using styles enables the reuse of an activity. User interface elements on clients are bound to an activity plus style combination. For example, the sales orders activity with style basic orders would enable client-side creation of a basic sales orders screen by binding the client action to that activity plus style combination. Specific business rules can be applied to activity plus style combinations specified on the server and thereby be made available to clients. By having these styles automatically generated, out of the box you can create a client-side form with a data grid, bind it to the Browse activity style, then bind the edit functionality of a row to the None style. And just like that, your application is on its way. Click on the activity and its base model, sales order in this case, appears on the design surface. Right-click on the model and select Show Hanging Links to display the hanging links or relationships for that object. Click the Sales Order Item object and select Include in View. Hanging links can be shown for any object that has a relationship, either direct or extended, to the base model object on which the activity is based. We'll include the Item for Sale and Customer objects in the view as well. By including these objects in the view, all of these objects and their fields are made available to client-side screens or forms for this activity. As always, you can arrange objects on the design surface as needed. Let's add an activity based on the customer model object. We'll call it Customers. For our Customers activity, we don't need to add hanging links to any other objects because we simply want to query the object and return a list of customers. For this activity, we'll add a query called List Customers Mobile. Adding queries in expanzSTUDIO enables client-side developers to easily bind to these queries at design time, facilitated by extensive tooling support built into all Expanz client SDKs. The Query Designer in expanzSTUDIO makes this easy. Define a query based on a base model and 0 or more hanging links. Then select the fields to be made available for that query. Add as many fields as necessary and provide a title or alias for each field as needed. We'll also add an activity named Items that has a base model of Item for Sale. Just like the Customers activity, the Items activity doesn't require hanging links to other objects. Our activities are now defined. The next step is to define the process map for our application.